What is up, everyone, and welcome to the Random Encounter Podcast, episode 158. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by the Dress for Your Master, the dominant himself, Bryant.
Go Pack, go.
And, of course, we have the great Ace Attorney, Ash Destroy.
Hey, what up, everybody?
Today, we're going to have a more focused podcast episode where we'll be talking about Metroid Prime 4, because of course that did come out this past week rather. And we're also going to talk about the future of gaming, because there's a lot of interesting things happening, mainly in the hardware space, and it's got me kind of worried. But as always, before we begin, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch. Couple things I do want to mention is I apologize for starting late. Went ahead and opened up OBS to realize that all the starting soon, the thanks for watching, and the be right back files, and the music that I use for all that was saved to OneDrive. I haven't paid for OneDrive in half a year, and they decided to basically, I guess, purge everything. I had completely forgot that those
This
were on
freeloader.
OneDrive. Yes, I had completely forgot that all those files were on OneDrive, so I had to quickly make a starting soon screen. Number two is I didn't realize that I don't have a vertical scene for just us three. So for those of you on the vertical, I apologize. You're going to see like a weird scene. I'll try to see if while we're doing the podcast, I can kind of create a customized 3-person scene so it looks a little bit better in vertical, but you'll have to wait on that. And number three, I apologize for not streaming Metroid Prime 4 twice. I was supposed to do it Thursday and Friday, but something happened, went ahead and, I decided to actually take my kids to a Christmas parade. So, which meant that I had to overstay working one day, and then the other day we did that. So that's why I didn't
But
stream.
Metroid Prime 4.
I know, but Metroid Prime
It's
4.
just your kids. Who cares?
Man, yeah, I know, man. Straight up. Curse you, James, for being a really,
making
really,
Christmas
really
memories.
Good,
How
great
dare
father.
you?
Oh man. But yeah, so I apologize for that. I will continue streaming, of course, next week with some more Metroid Prime 4 if I haven't been in the game by then, because we do know Metroid Prime games typically are short, but we'll see where I go to there, because I've actually also been picking up my Retroid Pocket. So do you guys remember the Isu thing? Like that theme?
Yeah.
I sent it on Discord. Me and Ash were
Yeah.
talking about it earlier today. I don't know if you ever saw the video, Brian, but it is a front end that was being made. It had a bunch of cool features. And I found out a video that the creator of Isu, who actually stepped away because there was, controversy and stuff like that, and it just got all out of hand. I did not realize that, I don't know if it was him or if somebody else like used that idea and created it, but in Emulation Station, they actually have a theme that actually is what he was showcasing. It has like up here, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like the time, your battery, and all that stuff. You can kind of see your games. If I press A, it's exactly set up how that was, which is kind of cool. And I did not know that this was a thing until today when I was watching the video. I was like, wait a minute, this is an actual thing. So yeah, pretty cool. So I went ahead and did that, and I will be playing around with my Retro Pocket a little bit more. So no Metroid Prime 4
I had
for me
some bad
tonight.
luck.
Uh-oh. With what?
My Steam Deck.
Oh no.
Speaker
again?
The speaker stopped working.
Oh my, is that the same one that you just buy a new one, right? Is that the new one that you bought, or?
So what's interesting is that my previous one, I think I told you that the power LED stopped lighting up. And so I returned it to Valve and I bought a new one, and I got that one, and that one the power LED didn't work either. And so I was going to return to Valve, but I'm like, I have to be able to fix this, right? So I took it apart and I unplugged the battery and I plugged it back in and I put it back together, and voila, the power LED started working again. So I'm like, okay, cool, I fixed this. Like I'm happy. But then yesterday I go to play like a game and I get no sound, not in the UI, not in the games themselves, not in desktop mode, nowhere. And I went online and I found on Reddit that you can go into Command, which is Steam's version of what do you call it? What's it called on Windows? Like where you get the black box and you can write in like commands and stuff. What's it called?
It's just
in
called command,
Windows.
isn't it? Like the
Is it called
run, like
command?
the run section. Like I know it's
Yeah, and then I
yeah,
know in Mac it's called terminal. I don't remember
yeah,
what it's called on in Windows, but
yeah. I believe it's
yeah.
command.
So I
Yeah.
went into console and I wrote in these like lines that Reddit said fix the issue. It didn't fix the issue. Factory reset it. That didn't fix the issue. Reimaged it. Didn't fix the issue. So I put in a ticket in on Friday. I haven't heard back yet. So I'm hoping they'll just tell me, since I don't know, I haven't had it that long, that they'll let me just return it and I can buy a new one. Like I don't
Hmm.
care if I have to put it on my credit card again, because I just don't want to RMA it, because then I'll have to wait probably like 2 weeks to get it back. And I love my Steam Deck. Like I don't want to get rid of it. So that it's just the bad luck. Like what's so crazy is I don't do anything with my Steam Deck. Like I don't put a ton of like crazy customizations and custom apps and emulation and stuff like that. Like I don't do any of that. I just download Steam games to it pretty much. And I have this bad luck and I don't understand it. So, yay me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did I mention last podcast how I don't think I did, but my micro SD card just like stopped working on my Steam Deck. I had opened it because I've been playing Dragon Quest 3, and I went ahead and like opened it, turned it on, and then I realized, wait a minute, like what's happening here? And there's a micro SD card logo or like icon on the top right. I said, no, please don't tell me this is it, because I have a bunch of emulation data on there. I had like save files and everything. And then, of course, I had like Dragon Quest and a bunch of other stuff on there. I was like, no. So I went ahead and sure enough, I clicked on it and nothing. It says you need to reformat the micro SD card. I was like, no. And I did the same thing. I looked it up. I chat GPT'd it and everything's like, how can I fix this? There was no fix. So
Oh
the only
no.
thing I was able to do is reformat it, and I was like, "Great! I have to
Uh,
reset up all my emulators and everything all over again." So I gotta move over the ROMs, which is not as big of a deal because I use this mainly for
it's your
emulation
data.
anyways. But still, it's like yeah, the save data. Like I was really far in Breath of the Fire, um, Mother 3, and some other games that I was using that specifically for. Is like great, and I had to re-download, of course, Dragon Quest 3, but luckily that data saves to the cloud, so it wasn't a big issue.
That's safe, yeah.
But man, I kind of got upset at that too. I thought I was just gonna go ahead and just get rid of my Steam Deck. I was like, let me calm down. It's just a rare issue, and I thought it was the micro SD card I have, which is weird because I've had that micro SD card for years and never had an issue until now. So I don't know.
Well, remember the Rogue Allies cook micro SD cards too, so no matter what, I don't think you're in a winning position necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, luckily the X that's supposed to have fixed that issue, and I haven't
Hmm.
had that issue yet. Oh, and speaking of the ROG Ally X, I'm glad you
Uh-oh.
brought that up. So remember how I told you to save the downloading data from Steam was
Mhm.
fixed? It's not. It
Oh
came
no.
back. It came back recently, and I was trying to download something else, and it was taking like 50 hours. I was like, "Come on, why? Why is this happening?"
I'm
Uh,
so confused on what's going on with that.
I
Like,
don't know either.
with both of y'all, actually, especially with you, Brian, you gave me your first Steam Deck, and it's still working perfectly fine. And you already
And
went
you
through
saw the
two,
condition I gave it to you in, like it's
yeah,
pristine, right? It was pristine,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty much. And then, and already at this point, you already went through two different Steam Decks by now, and you're already having issues.
I know.
Friggin' James over here is having the worst luck when it comes to downloading games into the ROG Ally X, which is supposed to be way faster than the Steam Deck, but it's
Yeah,
not when it comes to downloads, at least. But I'm
it,
just confused on what kind of luck you guys have. I
you
Yep.
you and me both. Like I don't understand what's going on, but that will leave for a conversation for another day. I'll mess with that maybe after Metroid Prime 4, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You know,
Mhm.
I wasn't aware that they don't make the Ally X anymore. Like the Xbox Ally X took its place. Did you know that?
Really? No, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
that
If you
quick.
if you go to Best Buy and look up Ally X, you can't get it there anymore.
That's fast.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
like that, I guess that it makes those rare now at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheesh. Okay.
Hmm. That kind of sucks. Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll have some discussions on some of that stuff a little bit more later on. But let's go ahead and dive into our first topic, which is Metroid Prime 4. I've been playing it. You've been playing, Bryant. I know Fan's been playing it because he picked it up the other day. Ash is the only one who hasn't played it yet. And I guess I'll start with my view of the game. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying it. it's gorgeous. It looks beautiful with the graphics. I'm very impressed with what they did there. I've been playing handheld mainly, so it's 720p, 120 FPS, and it looks stunning. Runs great. There's like really no dips or anything like that. The beginning environment's kind of cool. I like it. I always like foresty levels. I just felt like it's a little bit more bland and kind of like plain. A little bit more than what I like it to be. But so far, I'm enjoying it. There is certain things that I'll say as of now have been bugging me, but not so much. It's like a little bit of both. One thing is definitely seems a lot more linear than Metroid Prime.
Mhm.
But going back, to my memories, Metro Prime 3 was also a lot linear, where it was like you do something on a planet, you're done, you move on to the next planet. You go to that planet, you do something, you're done, then you move on to the next planet. And you were just jumping planets, and the areas you were in were it wasn't much to do. It's like really quick, you go and do that. This seems to have the same idea and the same concept. And I guess it makes sense because the main director of Metro Prime 4 was also the main director for Metro Prime 3. So it almost seems like a kind of repeat of what they did there, which 3 wasn't a bad game. I'm not going to say like it was horrible by any means. Like it was still fun, but definitely not as good as 1. Like I don't think any of the other Metro Prime games were better than 1 for sure, because 1 gives you that isolation. It feels like a Metroid game where it's kind of throwing you in, you do your exploration, you're backtracking, you're exploring more. They might give you like hints, kind of like they've done since like Fusion, where it's like, okay, you got to go to this area. Even Super Metroid did that, where they pointed to certain areas you have to go, but how you get there, you have to figure it out on your own. And this is a little bit more kind of like clear, where they explain everything up front. It's like, oh yeah, you got to turn on these 2 generators or these 2 towers, but they have no power, so you have to go ahead and do all this. Like they basically map out everything for you by dialogue, which I'm not a fan of. I was just like, just let me figure it out on my own. Go there. The other thing is the enemy design so far where I've been to. I feel like I'm not fighting that many enemies. Like everything is so small and just kind of like boring. It's not like Metroid Prime 1, 2, or 3, where you're fighting a lot of the pirates. Maybe later on in the game, I'm not exactly sure how far into it you are, yeah, Bryant, but where I'm in again that station where you're about to get Viola, because I've already seen the bike. I'm trying to turn on the powers to like Tower 1 and Tower 2. So like I just like turned on the power and I'm backtracking now to continue that. But so far I gotta say like it's good. The Miles McKenzie thing, that's his name, right? Miles McKenzie or
Yeah.
something like that. Okay. Him, he I can't really say that he's so far where I'm at, I don't think he's annoying. I think he's just your typical normal, like he's not a Navi or a like Fee from Skyward Sword. Like he's nothing like that. He just reminds me of any other game character that's just like your companion that kind of tells you what to do. Think of Uncharted, where Sully's telling you like, "Hey, I think there's a vine there. You can probably climb over to the other side or something." Like he's basically the same exact thing. I think people just blew it out of proportion, at least of where I'm at right now. But yeah, that's kind of my take. What about you, Brian?
So funny, you and I are basically about the same place. Have you ridden Viola yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't gotten Viola
Okay.
yet. Mhm.
Okay. So I've gotten the bike and I've ridden Viola. I'm still in that world though, like where you're turning on the machines to make a Viola for yourself or
Okay.
Viola, whatever. There are some fights that are coming down the pike for
Yeah,
you, just FYI on the planet. They're pretty cool actually.
that's nice.
Like they use okay, I don't know about you, but the I feel like the scanning the button to go into scanning mode should be Y, and I feel like the button that goes into morph ball should be X. Do you feel that way?
Yes, I'm constantly pressing X to go to morph ball instead of Y. Yeah.
Yeah. I always screw that up, and it's like, is my brain broken or something like that? I don't know. So there's this boss fight where you have to like throw a bomb at him because there's a mechanic you get in the game where you lay down a bomb and then you go
Mhm.
into psychic mode and throw bombs and stuff. And there's a like a mini boss that you have to go into the ball form, throw a bomb at him like 3 times, and it's a lot of like switching in and out of modes and holding buttons, and it's definitely kind of taxing like to think of, oh, okay, I have to press this button, then I have to go into this mode, then I have to throw.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that appreciates that it's complicated, but then there's another part of me that's like, this is kind of annoying, like having to do this mechanic over and over again because it's not very natural. It's very creaky. It's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not intuitive to go
I
from
think
like a ball.
yeah, it's like you have to be well timed. Like that first boss you fight in the beginning before you get teleported to like the new world that you're in.
Mhm.
That boss where like if he does a move that hits was it? It's too big for you like to jump over. So or no, I'm sorry, it's up high, so you can't jump over. So you have to go into the morph ball. It has to be
Right,
timed perfect, or you're always getting hit. And I agree with that.
right.
It's like one of those things. It's like it just takes so much time because your brain is thinking. By the time you think, okay, I have to press the morph ball button, it's already too late because the animation's going slow, and then you get hit. Yeah,
Right. It's very fast paced,
mhm.
and I don't know if Metroid Prime was really like a fast paced game per se. Like I think about the first boss fight, the first not the first boss fight in Metroid Prime where you're fighting the alien and the column thing
Mhm.
on the ship. I'm talking about that first main one where it's like a big plant thing in Metroid Prime. And the only mechanic of that really was you're shooting a couple things, and then you go into morph ball mode, and then you go into this little tunnel and lay a bomb, and then that was it, and that was fine. That wasn't that complex. But in this, you get to this mini boss. It's like, hey, go into morph ball mode, drop a
Mhm.
bomb, hold R, get out of morph ball mode, get into psychic mode, hold the bomb, throw the bomb at the enemy, repeat 3 times, and it's like this is a lot. So that's just kind of a specific thing that I've noticed. But I'll kind of talk about. I'm hearing myself echo right now.
Yeah, I hear it too. I think it's from you, Ash.
You sure?
Yeah, because you're. Oh, what the heck happened here?
I hear James echoing now.
You hear me? Do you hear echoes still?
Now I don't.
Okay.
My
No, I
mic
don't.
my mic is not going off though. That's the thing.
It was earlier when I was hearing the echo. I did see the green for around you.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll keep an eye on it.
Mhm.
Anyway, so kind of my broad feelings about it. So in the beginning, I was feeling very positive about it, and I was like, what's the internet so upset about? This is a great game, and you get off, you do the first mission where you're inside of you're on the planet, and then you fight the boss, then you get transported to the other planet. You're going through this jungle area, as you mentioned,
Mhm.
that has a bunch of small enemies and little bits and pieces to do. You're mainly doing it to get exposition for um, the alien race that gives you the psychic powers and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
it's good. Like I was enjoying it. It looked very pretty, as you mentioned. I'm playing it on my 4K television, and so it looks gorgeous. I played it in 4K 60. But then I started not to feel as hot on it all of a sudden as soon as Miles came into the picture, and I feel like that's kind of where it started to go south for me. And I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm hearing my echo again.
I don't hear it.
I
That's
heard it
that's
on
not that's
that
not
was
me because
James, I think.
because
Is it me?
I actually turned on echo cancellation this time, so I know for a fact it's not me.
I saw your green go, James, when my echo was happening. I don't know.
The
Hmm.
the weirdest part
Let
is
me
that I
see.
don't hear any of y'all echo at all.
So keep talking. I'm trying to see if there's another audio source that's somehow duplicating here.
Okay. Test, 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 test. Hello. Test, test, test. I'm
Do you hear
talking about
echo
Metroid
at all,
Prime
Ash?
4.
Nope.
Okay. Well, just keep an eye out, I guess, while I'm talking,
Let
and
me
we'll
see
see what
something
happens.
here because it could be because I have the stream here. So let me see if I can do something. You can keep talking. I'm gonna try to on my end see. Hold on, let me see. All right. Do you hear background noise for me?
No.
All right, try that. We'll see if that
Okay.
works.
Okay. So as soon as Miles came in, first of all, I don't want to be like the internet and just kill Metroid Prime 4 because of Miles. I do think it's probably a bit of an overreaction, but his face is so punchable. It's just like he has these big buck teeth and glasses, and it's just like he's one step away from me, like, oh my goodness, Samus, I can't find my glasses. Where are my glasses? And like slip on a banana peel. Like that's just kind of like how I feel about him. Is he's just such a stereotypical nerd, and I don't play Metroid games for that crap. I don't. Like that's not why I play Metroid games. I want you to find one Metroid game where they added that and people were happy about having co-stars. Um, I know Metroid Prime 3 is pretty well regarded, I think, but not. But think about it, Metroid Other M, no. Metroid Fusion, no. Those were two of the
No,
games
Metroid
that kind of
Fusion
had that.
is well
Huh?
regarded.
No,
Yeah.
Metroid Fusion's well regarded, but people were annoyed by the dialogue with like
Oh, with
the
Adam.
talking to Adam and stuff like that. So no, I'm not talking. No, the game's great. I love Metroid Fusion, but when they started injecting that crap, that's just kind of where I feel like people started to have problems. And honestly, I'm not thrilled with it either because that's what made Metroid Prime so special in 2002 is that there wasn't anything like it really. You had first person shooters. Halo had come out by that point, and Metroid wasn't special because it was a first Metroid Prime wasn't special because it was a first person shooter. It was special because you got dropped into this alien world and you had
Hmm.
nothing. There was nobody talking to you. And it did such a great job of it, and it kind of felt like Super Metroid, where again you're dropped into this alien world, nobody's talking to you, nobody's helping you. It is all on you to figure stuff out. Minimal hints, like you'll have the little map screen that'll tell you, like it'll point you to your next objective, but there's nobody talking to you. And I don't remember Metroid Prime 2 Echoes
Hmm.
enough to remember. I know that there's like some whatever their equivalent of like the army is or whatever in Metroid Prime 2. I don't remember how much they talk to
The
you,
Earth
but
Federation
there's a little
Force.
bit. Yeah, the Federation Force. Yeah, but I don't remember it being too egregious. Um, so then and I'll be honest, I never played 3, so I don't have a good reference for it. But
There's a lot
I
more
don't.
dialogue in 3.
Yeah,
Like,
I've heard that.
yeah.
So I think about 4 and the stuff with Miles where he's like talking to you like, oh, I just need to fix this generator and then we'll be all set to go. And oh, you need to go over there. Oh, is this thing working? Blah blah blah. It's like I don't want to talk to you. Like this is so game break, like illusion breaking or whatever you want to call it. Like it takes you out of it because it's just so. I don't need to have. This is not why I play this. If I was playing like a Halo game, I guess. Even that, I mean, you in Halo Infinite, you're kind of dropped on a planet by yourself and you have interactions, but it's very minimal. Um, and it's similar with Metroid. I just don't feel like it is meant to have correspondence with other people. That is what makes the series so magical. Think about Metroid, Super Metroid, the remake of Metroid 1. I never played the remake of Metroid 2
Zero
on
Mission.
DS.
Oh,
Zero Mission, I don't remember really having a ton of dialogue or anything like that. Um, that's just what I think of Metroid. It's solitude and being dropped in a world and figuring it out.
hmm.
So that's my first problem with it. And again, I tried to kind of look past it. I'm just trying to like roll my eyes and move along with Miles, and he's not bothering me maybe as much as I'm saying, but it's not welcome. I'll put it to you that way. So then now I'm on the planet with getting the motorcycle or the I don't know, not planet, but like another part of the world or whatever where you get the motorcycle. And you have to turn on the machines and you do these little mini boss battles like as you're going down and then you come back up to these levels to turn on the machines and get the electricity in the factories going, and they're talking about please go to the console to run through the diagnostics for the supervisor. And it's like, why are we talking about supervisors in a Metroid game? This isn't a freaking Tesla factory. This is like a long lost alien race that has these machines because they stopped making them because they realized that technology was destroying them or something like that. And it's they're talking about like managers and it has to run through the service thing and this and that. I'm like, dude, why are they talking about this? And so now I'm at this part where you have to run the motorcycle through these like test courses, and it's basically just a tutorial to get you to know the controls of the motorcycle and what its capabilities are and stuff. And it's like, this is not what I play Metroid for. I don't play Metroid to go on test courses and shoot weapons from a freaking motorcycle. Like it looks cool, like her outfit looks cool, like the color of the armor. You can do the Akira slide as one of your main attacks, which I think is awesome that's so readily available because it looks great. But go through the test course to complete the objective, and it's why I just put me down in the world, let me go through it, let me bomb the damn wall, and I'll get the missile upgrade, and that's it. That's what I want in a Metroid game. um so and then the other thing is, and it kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the combat, is they're focusing on these mini boss battles, and you'll get to them. You'll see what I'm talking about once you get the motorcycle and once you turn on all the machines and stuff like that, where there are these mini boss battles, and I feel like they're trying to focus so much on these very small combat encounters, and like the combat, I never thought the combat in Metroid Prime was fantastic. Like it's serviceable, it's good, it's fun. You go through the world, you shoot the little creatures that are attacking you, and um, it's good. It's and you have the cool boss battles, and it's good. But that's not what makes Metroid. You don't play Metroid Prime for the combat. That's not, in my opinion, what makes it great. So in this, they're kind of focusing on that, and then they're taking, at least so far, I don't know, like it's kind of what you were saying before. I don't know if they're going to go back to it, but um, you're going through this very linear path, and you're not given a lot of stuff to then go back and like get upgrades and stuff and find new paths to go through. It's just all very mainline. And again, that's not what Metroid has been. And I'm hoping that the game will open up a little bit, and I don't want it to be like a huge open world and there's 6 places to go, and it's like, okay, well, I got this upgrade, I'm gonna go back to this world. And I mean, you could say that Metroid Prime had that as well, like where you would be in the main area and then you get this and you go down to Norfair or something like that and do that, but it just didn't feel so like far apart, I guess. And so,
Everything was
maybe
kind
it's
of
just
interconnected in
yeah, it's
that.
all interconnected, and this doesn't
Yeah.
feel interconnected. It's like here's a motorcycle to make it interconnected, and it
Yeah.
just feels kind of like forced, like they didn't have to do that. And I sometimes I feel like the things that are in this game are like they're just trying to be different. And
Hmm.
somebody, I read it on Twitter, I thought was very interesting, is that somebody made a comment about how Bayonetta 3 was a very long delayed game, and it has this kind of like purple red motif kind of thing, like in the title. Like if you look at the title of Bayonetta 3, it's the same colors, and then there's a character named Viola in that game that's very controversial. And then in Metroid Prime 4 Echoes, it has that kind of purple psychic energy looking logo kind of thing. And then there's also a thing that's controversial, and that's the motorcycle Viola, kind of an interesting parallel there. Um, so so that's the stuff that I kind of have a problem with, and I'm totally not saying it's bad or anything like that, and I'm willing to give it a chance to open up and to really be exceptional, but I can kind of start to see where the cracks are for me. So those are the things that I know so far that I'm not enjoying. What I am enjoying is I think that, like you said, the game is very pretty. The music's pretty solid. I do like the world design of the motorcycle world, like all the electricity and all like the power lines and
Yeah.
the spinning turbines and the like. It looks pretty cool. It's very like metal looking, and I like it.
The effects of,
Um,
like, how it's raining, and then like when you go
yeah,
to
your
redo it and all the
visor.
water is on the visor,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool too. Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah, and like you shoot your beam and the eyes light up and
Hmm.
stuff. And there's lots of little cool touches like that. And the forests look great too, but it's just okay. I want to go back to there, and I want to use my powers to open new paths and stuff. And like you said, it just feels very linear, and I
Hmm.
don't know where it's going. I don't know how it's gonna be. So that's just kind of where I am with it. And I do like it. Like I'm looking forward to finishing up the podcast and going back to it and finishing up the motorcycle plan as much as I can until I need the next power up. Um, but well, I'm a little apprehensive, but we're gonna keep going through it because I gotta keep going. But that's my take on Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us, me and you align on similar things, except that I still feel that like the Miles McKenzie thing was blown out of proportion. Like it's not like some people are saying like, oh, it's the worst thing ever and blah blah blah. Like I can think of way worse things that they are than him. He just seems like your typical PlayStation Studios type companion that follows you in the game that just talks and tells you, "Hey, there's something over there. Let's take a look at it." Right? And I
That's
guess
anti-Metroid though. Like I know what you're saying.
yeah.
Like Atreus kind of does that.
Hmm.
Aloy talks to herself. Ellie will be like, "Oh, let's swing the rope over here and this and that." Like I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like there are other tutorial characters and people that bring out
Hmm.
exposition in levels to if it's not immediately obvious.
Yeah.
But again, that's not what Metroid is. Like Metroid is purposefully not that.
Well,
So that's why it's annoying that it's in this.
yeah, and I agree with that. Like it is against Metroid. Like I don't like that for every little story bit it's telling you what to do and where to go. Like that's what I was mentioning earlier. Like be like Metroid Prime 1 where Metro Prime 1 gives you a location to go, but you got to figure out how to get there. Again, Super Metroid,
Right.
it's the same thing. It gave you a location, but you got to
Mhm.
figure out how to get there. And it wasn't like, oh, this location is just in the room next over. That I agree. Like I feel like they did too much hand holding in this
Mhm.
game. And if not for anything, give an option to be like, hey, classic experience or the I need a lot of help experience, right? Where you can still have the Miles McKenzie there, but he's not explaining everything to you, which I don't think he explains everything to you. He just says what he's doing, but just don't tell me where to go. Like I don't want that. If you give me a location or where to go, then cool. Like I'll figure out how to get there myself. I just need to know that objective. Metro Prime 3 was the first one to kind of start doing that. Like it's again the areas that are small. You go to a planet and everything's kind of very
Hey,
linear.
James, stop for a
Mhm.
second. Hey, Ash, is James kind of breaking up for you a little bit?
He's not breaking up.
Oh, I don't know why he's so breaking up for me. Okay, continue, James. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
What was I saying? I completely forgot. Oh, Metro Prime 3 like was very linear. It was one of those things that was it started kind of doing that. And while I think Metro Prime 3 wasn't regarded high, like there was a lot of negativity around Metroid Prime 3, and that was because of the how linear it was. It still had a lot of cool mechanics, like the grappling hook. Rather than just be a grappling hook, you can also use it to fight bosses. So if like a boss had a shield with the Wii remote, you would go like do that motion, and the grappling hook would come out and grab onto the shield, and then you would just go that like go backwards, and you can yank it off, and you'll start shooting them. But it had a lot of cool features like that. So I still liked it enough, but yeah, I'm excited to continue going and playing Metroid Prime 4. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it. It's still a Metroid game, and yeah, like I'm sure it's better than the other M. Like I don't think anything can be worse than the other M. Have you played the other M at all or no?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Yeah, like I don't mind the dialogue in Metroid Prime. Like I said, 3 had it, and it didn't bother me much. There was the soldiers in there. Like the opening scene is very similar to actually what happens in Metroid Prime 4, where there's other like Earth Federation soldiers and they're dying and there's a lot of fighting going on. There's some cool stuff happening there. Like that stuff doesn't bother me, but I just hate the more linear aspect. Like you have a hub world, which what it seems like. If you look at the planet itself, it's like you have the desert and there's like multiple hub worlds around it, and I think that's the kind of like you shouldn't have done that. Almost like if it was a last minute decision, like, hey, we got to make this open world somehow. How do we do that? Oh, let's add this desert. It's easy to put in, and we can connect all the worlds that way. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, still enough people buy it, and we get another a better Metroid game in the future. Because if not, I'll be sad.
Yeah, for
Well, we'll
for
probably be like 50.
another 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm gonna leave and come right back because you're breaking up for me really bad.
Okay. Am I breaking up for
I
you
am.
too, Ash, or no?
No, you're good.
You're not hearing him break up at all? Seriously? Like
No.
distortion, anything?
No. If you look at your connection, like at the bottom, does it show green, yellow, or red, or anything like that when it comes to your connection, or is it a signal or something like that? Do you see that?
Where do I see that?
On the Discord. I'm fully green.
In Discord at the bottom left, you should see like your name, and on top of it,
Oh yeah. It's green.
It's
Yeah,
all
I'm
green
green
now.
too.
If you click on where it says, if you just click on, click on hover over view connected, then click on video details. What's like the average ping for you or something?
50.
What about the outbound packet loss rate? Is there any number above 0%?
Nope.
That's odd. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Okay, I'll leave and I'll come back and see if it's any better. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm looking here, everything's good. The only thing that I fixed was my audio source, but then Brian said he was hearing my echo, so I don't know
I wanna.
if that's it. The whole reason I think he was hearing his echo was because I had it set to stream, and since on stream I had it set up so that your guys' audio was also available. That's probably why.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's Metroid Prime 4. We'll go ahead and move on to our next topic, and that is the
It's a little
future
better now.
of gaming. So this is a little bit. We talked plenty of times on the podcast about the future of gaming and how we think it starts. Usually, a lot of it has to do with Xbox and just games itself and how studios are not as like for example, we talked about a while back, like PlayStation, you're not getting as many exclusives as you were in the PS4 or even the PS3 era or even PS2. And we've talked about like how we were worried about the future. But in this case, what I'm gonna talk about is more hardware specific. Because regardless of software, you need the hardware. You need the hardware to be able to play these games. And because of AI, we're sitting at what seems to be a very dark time. And that is because RAM prices are out of control. RAM is ridiculous. Like you're looking at almost like 32 gigs of RAM is like $300 for DDR4 memory. Not even DDR5, like DDR4 memory. And it just seems to be one of those things that is not stopping. We do know that there seems to be a shortage on RAM, and that's because all these AI companies are kind of mass like hoarding them for their data centers and everything and so forth. And that is not a good not a good what's the right word I'm looking for? Like a good glimpse at what might be yet to come. Because if RAM prices stay high, we know we probably will get a price increase on the PS5, the Xbox Series X and S, the Switch 2, the Steam Deck. We already know that the Steam machine is probably going to be priced higher than than what we expected because of what's going on with the RAM prices, which is kind of sad.
Crucial.
Yeah, exactly. We have Crucial, who was kind of like they were really good. Like I like Crucial. They had really nice SSDs. Their RAM was great. They're exiting the consumer business altogether, which definitely brings less competition. Crucial is owned by Micron. Micron is one of three. There's only three manufacturers of RAM, right? You have Samsung, SK Hinox, or Hinox, I believe is how you pronounce it, and then you have Crucial. There's only three. Or not Crucial, I'm sorry, Micron, which is the parent company. Micron, no more. So that leaves you Samsung and SK Hynix. Yes, Corsair, you can find a Corsair RAM that is not made by Corsair. They're kind of just grabbing it and putting their name on it. But those are the three main manufacturers for those chips that are using SSDs and in RAM. And pretty much anything that has to do with like that type of hardware.
Who does Corsair use?
I'm not sure if they use SK. I'm assuming it's SK Hinox, and not Samsung. I don't know who uses Samsung for RAM.
Samsung.
No, yeah, Samsung actually doesn't do any RAM themselves, which is interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they only do their external. They do like SSDs and external SSDs, but they don't do RAM. But they do sell that memory for people to use for RAM, which is funny. But yeah, I don't know. Like I've been thinking about it a lot. It's like 5 years from now, or not even, maybe 10 years from now, if this continues, it might be one of those things where I'm like, I can't buy another console because it's like $1,000 just for like the Switch 3 or something like that. What do you guys think about this ongoing situation?
I mean,
Go back to the Neo Geo days. Remember Neo Geo? It's like $1,000 console for back in the 90s.
I mean, it's not even just consoles, like PCs altogether. Because like I've seen RAM that costs more than the graphics card I just bought. That makes no sense to me. Like it's ridiculous, And like, and the thing is, I don't know which company it was. I think it was either Samsung or Hynix, but they were saying that they can ramp up production to make more memory. It's just they think that they think that the AI bubble might burst or something like that, and if they make too much RAM, then there's gonna be a huge surplus, and when there's a huge surplus, then the RAM is gonna be really cheap, which it'll be good for us, obviously, but it'll not be good for them, essentially, right? It's I know this is kind of unrelated, but I kind of find it interesting with the Black Fridays with the Switch 2 that you're able to get essentially Mario Kart World for free within the same year. That kind of blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo didn't authorize that though. That was retailers doing that.
Oh, that's fair. And here's the thing. I think it goes back to the part where, like, because Nintendo makes so many Switch 2s this year, at the retail spots, they have so many of these, so they had to get rid of them some way, shape, or form, and that's how they did it essentially. So it's one of those things to where that, like, hey, yeah, they don't have to make more memory, but I feel like they purposely did that, not because that they're afraid of making too much surplus of RAM, because at the end of the day, they just want to fill up their pockets further, and it's ridiculous. I'm just tired. I'm tired of this greediness, and like, because of greed is taking away my freedom to do whatever the hell I want. Because we all know that if they're trying to make things unaffordable when it comes to any hardware, whether it's PC, your cell phone, gaming consoles, anything tech related, they want you to access it through the damn cloud. It's not even just about gaming at this point. It's literally about everything, and they don't want you to they don't want you to own anything, which is stupid. It's dumb. Now that's one part of it. The other part is AI, where they're trying to literally cut like low end jobs to just further fill up their pockets, that's also stupid. Like, to me, that's stupid in the long term, because, like, if
Ash, you're breaking up.
Okay, so it was just me. Yeah.
Produce for, right? How are you supposed to get your money? Doesn't make any sense. Oh crap.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that the last like 20 seconds.
Hello?
Yeah, you're like moving like double time on my screen. It's like it's trying to catch up.
You hear me?
Maybe leave and come back like I did.
Yeah, I wonder if it has something to do with the room or Discord. That or yeah, I think ChatGPT heard what you were saying and it was trying to like stop.
They're shutting it all down.
I don't know. So I heard you say I got cut off 20 seconds or something. I don't know, but basically what I'm trying to say is that, like, this whole hype around AI and everything, it just needs to stop. Here's the thing. I love AI to a certain extent. It doesn't need to replace everything, but that's what they want, which is why. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, AI doesn't need to go, because I know certain people that just fully despise any form of AI, which I'm like, listen, you can't fully hate AI and you can't fully love AI. AI has a place somewhere, and it needs to be in the right hands right now, because right now they're trying to literally just force consumers. I mean, sometimes even like force consumers to no longer be consumers anymore due to the rate things are going right now. Which, what the hell, man? I'm just done. Yeah, I'm done. I was born in the wrong friggin' era, bro. Let me. But I wish I was born in 1970s, bro. Like, I'm not playing. Jesus, this AI crap, man. Like, in here's the thing. From what I'm seeing, a lot of people are hoping for the AI bubble to burst, mainly because that basically means they weren't able to achieve that they wanted to achieve with AI, which sort of I can't even say a good thing, because once AI bubble bursts, it's gonna be worse than the Great Depression, because there's already numbers that back this up already with this. It's worse than the .com bubble. It's worse than this. It's like it's like the biggest bubble that we ever had, because the money is literally just revolving between like several different companies, because they're trying to ramp up AI production. That's literally what it is. And I'm just hoping for it to burst, even though we're gonna hurt a lot when it comes to the economy. It would be better than tons and tons and tons of people losing their entry-level jobs and stuff, including jobs in restaurants, including jobs in freaking retail stores, because that's what they're trying to aim for. Which, again, I ask, what are they supposed to do now? They can't just get a damn college degree and expect to get like a mid or senior level job. They can't. Like, they just can't. Yeah. So, like, who are you supposed to serve to at this point? Majority of the people that are buying your stuff is literally just mostly middle class people, and most middle class people are going to be doing entry level jobs.
Yeah, you're still breaking up pretty bad, just FYI.
Like, what the heck? I know I'm ranting too much about this, but it's just we need to like cut it. I know I am. Jesus, this connection is so bad right now. Jesus.
Tell you. Oh, OpenAI does not want you to talk. Neither is Gemini or anybody else.
I'm back from the world of the living. I guess the rain is so bad over here, it's fucking up my connection. Excuse my language, but it's messing up my connection.
Yeah,
So
it's been raining pretty hard in our area.
But I mean, but at this point, I'm just gonna cut it off here. It's just I hate everything about this whole AI situation when it comes to just checking up RAM prices, making things unaffordable, to force us to a subscription model to like literally use their use the data centers for borrowing resources essentially. And I'm just done. It's ridiculous. People need to stop being greedy and just like I can't. This is one of the worst timelines on my brain right now. It's ridiculous. So, but yeah, I'll pass it off to Brian.
Okay, I'm not gonna really touch the AI piece. It's complicated. I'm gonna talk more so about, well, something I do want to kind of challenge something you said, is that they want us to play in the cloud. I don't know about that necessarily, because that costs them money for us to play in the cloud, because you have to run those data centers and use electricity and use bandwidth of theirs to play things in the cloud. Like you'd think they want us to play on our own stuff that we bought that uses our own electricity, our own networks, and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think they add the cloud piece as like a what do you call it, like a sweetener, right? That's my opinion. I mean, that's not really here nor there. But I think that it's something where I don't know. I don't know about that. But when it comes to the
it could be one of
prices,
those things like a double dip, right? Like, you have to pay for PlayStation plus buy the game, right? Like, if they force you into that direction, then they're going to make that money, because it's like, oh, you need to have, what is it, $160 premium to do cloud gaming, plus you need to buy a $70 or $80 game on top of that. That's how they would make their money back. I think,
I don't know if that would match though.
I think not now, but like the way, like in my head.
On top of that,
Go ahead, Ash.
Okay. Listen, here's the thing. I understand where you're coming from, Brian, but you gotta also remember back when Netflix first came out. It used to be $10 a month, for crying out loud, right? And
that's a long time ago.
Now it's like, yeah, back then. And now, right now, freaking Netflix is like 20 or 22
like
bucks
that.
a month or something like that. I'm not too sure. Yeah, something like that. It's going to be the same thing for cloud gaming, because right now you can use NVIDIA GeForce Now for free and stuff. And then later on, exponentially, they're going to increase those prices like higher and higher and higher. And the problem
like
is that people have no other choice but to abide by it, because like they can't just give themselves a new PC because it's still unaffordable at this point. So most people have to hang on with the stuff they already have, and if it breaks, then crap, then I got to use GeForce Now at this point. So in a sense, NVIDIA and amongst other cloud streaming services have a monopoly over this at this point, because heck, they're going to lose some money whenever I'm trying to borrow the resources, but over time they're still going to increase those prices at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Did I get cut off?
Right.
Yeah, no, I heard you for everything. So okay, well, that aside, I think that's probably further along in the future than something that's like more of a long-term thing, perhaps, than where we're at right now.
Yeah, definitely long-term.
I could see that happening though in the future. I guess I would just kind of have to say that it kind of comes down to a philosophical discussion about what is gaming and what does one get out of it, and how much investment does one need in it to gain something out of it, and things like that. Because I mean, if we're talking about playing games as like as a pastime and something that one wants to do with their spare time, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have a library that I wouldn't need to buy another game for the rest of my life. Like, I have enough stuff where I could play through it and never have to buy another game for the rest of my life. Like, I have so much stuff I have never even touched, and I want to and stuff. And so you just kind of start to think about, well, where is it going? And you wonder, is it going on without me? Am I kind of getting left behind because it's not going in a way that really interests me anymore? And I'm not quite there yet. I mean, I'm so excited about the Game Awards this week, and seeing the new announcements and stuff like that. So we'll kind of see what happens. But I guess I'm kind of pessimistic about the world in general, that gaming is an extension of that, but also probably like the least of my concerns in a lot of ways. But you're right, it is kind of it is kind of like a harbinger of things that are kind of coming down technological as far as what things are costing and how much it is to get in on everything. Like, I bet like right now, as we stand right now, I bet it is cheaper to buy a pre-built PC than it is to build your own right now. I'm sure that might change down the line, but I bet right
Yeah,
now
for sure.
to build similar spec PCs compared to, because I bet a lot of like computer manufacturers haven't raised their prices yet to match um, RAM prices, especially during like this Black Friday
Mhm.
part of the year. I bet there's still some good deals. So I would say that if you are somebody that's looking to get a PC or upgrade your PC, like now is the time to be scouring to try to find a really good deal, because it's next year it's going to be awful. Like everything's going to suck next year. Like there's going to be nothing. Like I hate to have such a pessimistic take on the podcast, but nothing's going to get more affordable. Everything's going to get more expensive next year. Spotify already said they're raising their prices, and there's so much stuff that's coming down that's going to be bad. So get in while, because think of it this way, that the PlayStation 5 Pro, I'm pretty sure that the price it is now during Black Friday, like the Black Friday time of year, it's the price of what it was when it came out, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Or pretty
Everything,
close
basically
to
all
it.
the PlayStation consoles dropped to like their original price for Black
The
Friday
cheapest
deals.
time to buy a PlayStation was when it first came out, and the most expensive time is 5 years later. It has never been like that my entire life.
Yeah.
So take that for what it is.
I wouldn't say pessimism, Brian, when it comes to 2027. That's just realism, because we see the data, we see what the big boys are talking about. Everything's going to rise.
You mean
up.
2026? You said 2027. I was talking about 2026.
Honestly, I'm also counting 2027 too, depending on how long
Okay.
this crap is going to be. But yeah, both
Okay.
2026 and 2027, because
Okay.
man,
All right. I'm more immediate. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's all good. But like, yeah, it's I
Yeah.
honestly, if there's a good amount of people that are like that want to resist against this, I feel like the best thing for them to do is probably doing emulation at this point, and just literally going back to all the classics that they never played and stuff, and just start from there. Don't buy a single new AAA title or something like that.
Mhm.
Still support the indies, by the way. Still support the indies. They're trying their best out there, but any new AAAs, or I don't know about double A's, but like just ignore that and just just hop into the classics, man. So many games waiting for you, bro. I'm telling you. I'm just saying. It's kind
Yeah.
of free. I don't know.
I mean,
But,
yeah, I have like on my Metroid Pocket, like I don't know how many. Oops, lower that. I have a lot. I don't think it tells me. No, it doesn't tell me the whole amount, but like I have a ton of games. Some that I played before, and some I've never played. Like if I look at my PSP, no, that's a bad example. I played all of those. If I look at PS2, that's also a bad example. I played all of those. Yeah, I'm trying to find. No, man. Well, never mind. This is a bad
It
example.
doesn't
'Cause I
matter.
played
A
like
lot of
every
those are
game.
worth replaying.
They are, yeah. Like I have like, for Sega Genesis, I have like Sonic and Knuckles 3, the original one, because you cannot get the old original like soundtrack. So I made sure
Mhm.
to have the original soundtrack here on, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, uh and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of these I've played before, and I can probably continuously to replay, when it like Sonic Adventure 2, Marvel vs. Capcom, like on my Wii U games, like I can continue to play all these games. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has a lot of replay value to me personally, that I don't mind going back and playing classic games. Like I don't need a new game per se. Like I don't, how can I put it? Like I don't mind revisiting a lot of the old games, 'cause if anything, I feel like these older games kind of, what's the right word I'm looking for? Like I don't know, they last, not last longer. What's the right word? They stand
like
the test of time. They
yeah,
age
they age
well.
like fine wine.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country, you can go back to Donkey Kong Country and just continue playing it, versus where some modern games, it's just like I beat it and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm probably never gonna ever play this game again. Some of them are a little bit different. Like Lost Odyssey, while it's not modern because it was what was that post you sent? It was 18 years ago or something like that, which is still
Yep.
crazy to think. But like Lost Odyssey to me is still modern because it's Xbox 360 era. That's another game that I can go back to, where I'm trying to think of something that came out recently that I probably would never go back to again after it beat. A lot of them are like the PS3, PS4 era games, like Uncharted. Once I beat it, I was like, cool, I enjoyed it. That's fine. Last of Us, I beat it. Cool. I enjoyed it, and I'm probably never gonna pick up that game ever again and play through it. Now, if it has multiplayer like Halo, like I will probably replay Halo multiple times, but that's because it's a multiplayer. If I can play with somebody, it's a little bit more fun than playing on your own. But at the same time, like I do want to continue to see, think projects like Dragon Quest Seven Reimagined, where we're getting these remakes of classic titles, or we can see them in a different light. And if gaming kind of goes downhill in the future, we're not going to get more of that. We're not going to get remakes of a possible Pokemon Red and Blue remake or anything like that. We won't get those again. We're not going to get Persona 3 Reload or anything like that. You won't ever get that Persona 1 and 2 remake that you want, Ash. Like if
We
it
might.
continues going down a path like this.
Hey, don't
Wait.
say that. Don't say that,
Wait,
bro.
hold on.
That hurts my
We might
feelings.
not anyways, because that other news that happened. Did you hear about that font thing? The font
Oh
manufacturer? Did you
yeah.
hear about that yet? About
Yeah.
how they raise there's this company that licenses fonts, and they do like every font under the sun for like all these companies, like all the Pokemon games and
Hmm.
Mario games and I think Persona, just like so many games use this company to license fonts from. And to license a font from them, it was like $235 or something like that, and now it's raised to like $235,000. And so people are saying that there's this risk of a lot of these games that are getting like old Nintendo games and games that could be like remastered or remade, them having to kind of go back to the well and just like make crappy or totally different fonts for them, because this
Yeah.
company just totally wrecked what they were doing to license their fonts. Which that was very interesting news to me, that the companies even you what do you call it, like outsource fonts.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was all made in house. I wasn't aware that a company was outsourced for that kind of thing.
Yeah. Same here. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I thought that was all in house too. I'm surprised about that
Nope,
as well.
apparently not.
Yeah, I did read that, and I'm like, that's interesting. And it's just another thing of the bad state of gaming. Like, honestly,
Right?
I don't know. Like, I don't know what the future holds. The Switch 2 is probably going to be my main console for now because of I don't know what's going to happen with the PC market. Not only that, like it seems like a lot of PC games coming out lately are not well optimized. So it's like if I have to pick and choose, I would do Switch 2 if I can, unless it's not available on Switch 2. Like I think of something like Visions of Mana. I'll rather get on that. But even then, like I might even go to starting using my PS5 all over again because of just this era we're in. It's a weird era. It's an era where I feel like I'll be fine with a PS5 for another 10 years if we could, if things are going to be this bad, because I don't think I need anything better than what I have, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
makes sense to me.
I honestly think that I'm fine with just everything that we have in terms of power. I don't need something way more powerful. Like yes, it'll be nice to play at higher frame rates and all that other good stuff, but if I can just enjoy games just to enjoy it, I don't need the higher frame rates or any of that stuff. Just give me good games at a good price point, and I'll be fine with that. We'll have to see how this changes in the next few days. Hey, what's up? I can't even read it. Oh, Big Gravy 28. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about what we've been playing. We talked about Metroid Prime 4. Brian, have you been playing anything else?
Yeah, I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Really?
Yeah, I have been. Yeah, I've been playing it a good deal. Just because I want to get through it and I want to finish it, and I have been enjoying pieces of it. But it really occurred to me, Ash, did you ever watch The Simpsons, or have you ever gotten into The Simpsons at all?
I watch The Simpsons every now and then if I'm bored.
Okay.
So I definitely know.
Or when you were a
Definitely know what
kid,
Simpsons
did
is.
you watch any of it?
Yeah.
Like way back? Like, oh, James, have you watched any Simpsons or
I used
grew
to
up
like. I
with it at
remember
all?
as a kid. I haven't watched anything in a long time. Like
Okay.
easily over like 20 something years.
Okay, that's about when it stopped being amazing. So I realized something while playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, and that's I'm somebody that I would probably say I have some form of OCD. Like I'm very organized, I'm very clean, I'm very in games. I want to explore everything. I want to look at every
Mhm.
graphical detail. So I play games very slowly because, like for example, in Metroid Prime 4, when I'm in that motorcycle factory, I want to look at the textures of everything. Because like you think about, a lot of work goes into
Yeah.
very minute details that people just kind of pass through, and so I try to like take time to like really take in everything and take in the little lines and geometry and stuff like that in design and everything like that. And so when I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, those worst qualities about myself, well, I put worse in quotes, but it's like those qualities of myself make it so it takes me so long to get through stuff in Donkey Kong Bonanza just because I want to like break everything and explore everything. And so the analogy I kind of had was there's this episode of The Simpsons. I might be crossing like two episodes, but I'll just try to meld it into one. But the episode is where Homer. It's a Halloween of I think it's a Treehouse of Horror episode where Homer it says like I would give my soul for a donut or something, and then Ned Flanders comes as Satan and he gives Homer a donut and he says, "Okay, well, if you finish this, your soul is mine for eternity in hell or whatever." And so Homer I think he finishes it or somebody in the family finishes it. I think somebody in the family finishes it because he like leaves just a little piece of it so he doesn't get his soul taken. And he goes to hell. And what his punishment is he sits in this machine while like a demon is like force feeding him donuts from this machine, and he just loves it. Like he's just eating all these donuts and he's getting like super fat. And like the demon is like, we're running out of donuts. Like the machine is like running out, and Homer, it's not a punishment to him. And so I want to say the devil's like, okay, well, I can't punish you anymore, so I'm gonna like put you back on Earth with your family. And Homer's head is a donut, and he is like eating himself because his head's a donut. And I kind of feel like that's me when I play Donkey Kong Bonanza, where it's like I have all these really awful impulses to like dig into the levels and like find all the coins and find all the maps and to find all the secret bananas. And it's just I probably could have mainlined the game if I didn't do all that crap. I probably could have finished it by now, but I'm just so drawn to like digging into the world, getting the fossils and powering up and doing all these side missions and stuff like that. So it kind of like brings out the worst part of gaming for me in some ways. Like it can be kind of rewarding and kind of fulfilling, but at the same time, it's like this just feels like busy work. It kind of just feels like you're finger painting in a way because it's just all very immediately gratifying because the controller rumbles and the environment destruction looks cool, and it's like, well, this isn't really what I play games for generally. So I am liking it. I still it's not game of the year. Like I don't get people that say that Donkey Kong Bonanza is game of the year. I don't get why it's in contention for that even. It's not bad. It's certainly not bad. I am having fun with it overall, but it's I think IGN gave it a 10, I want to say, and the fact that they gave Expedition 33 a 9, I don't get it. But anyway, I'm trying to think what else I've been playing, if I've been playing anything else. I was playing Pools in VR. I don't remember if I talked about that last time, but Pools came out on PSVR 2, and I was playing that, and I was loving it. It was great. I don't know if you guys remember that Pools game I showed you, where it's like these big spaces with like bodies of water in them, and you go through slides and stuff. I still love that game. In VR, it's amazing because it kind of has that Metroid feel where you're walking through like steam rooms and like the visor on your VR steams up and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think if I play anything else. I bought Octopath Traveler 0. I haven't started it yet. Yeah, I guess I feel like I was playing something on Steam recently.
You were. I remember you being on Steam playing something, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I don't remember what it was though.
What was I playing on Steam?
I was playing something random on Steam. I don't know where.
I don't remember. I can't look right now, anyways. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say Donkey Kong Bonanza, and now it's Metroid, obviously, and then jumping into PSVR 2, which was a fun time. But yeah, that's probably it.
What about you, Ash? What have you been playing?
Let me say. Well, I mean, since I got a new graphics card, I wanted to give it another test run on.
Oh, what'd you get?
Yeah, I got the 9070 XT.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How's it go?
Runs butterly smooth on everything I throw at it.
Nice.
The first game I tried it on was Stellar Blade because I was just curious to see, like how smooth it would run. And yeah, it was basically holding 120 FPS so majority of the time of the game. And like, what's great was that like there was no even sometimes it dips to like 100 frames, but you wouldn't even notice it and stuff because how smooth the game runs and stuff. So and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that game was optimized for NVIDIA. So it's the fact that I'm able to run a game that smooth with a card that is not really well optimized for, but still I was having a blast with it. So I think after that, I'm probably going to actually buy Stellar Blade because I was testing it on the demo itself, and knowing the full release is probably even runs better than the demo itself already. So there's that.
My 2024 Goatee.
Yep, and then I think that's really about it. Unless you want to count Wuthering Waves, I guess. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm trying my best to get back into Expedition 33 before the Game Awards. That's like my new deadline I have now. So
That's next Thursday.
Just finish it.
yeah.
You're so overpowered. You can just go walk in there and finish it, and then you can go back and do all your new game, all your stuff.
I know, but it's not fun at that point.
That's fine.
So
it's not fun.
So we mentioned like Metroid Prime 4, I've been playing that. Dragon Quest 3. So I got to the part where you had to fight Baramos, and it's funny because I think I mentioned this last podcast. I turned on all the hints. I got sick and tired of like trying to remember where I needed to go. So I was just like, tell me where I needed to go. It's funny because we're talking about Metroid Prime and not doing that. But this is a game that I played before already. So it's like I already know kind of like what to do, but like I have forgot because I took a break from playing Dragon Quest 3 for quite some time. And I was like, shoot, I don't remember what the next thing I'm supposed to do is. And even though they give you like hints, like there's like an objective meter, it's very broad. Like one was as you have to find the 7 orbs, and it's broad, right? So I was like, okay, I remember I found one orb. I have no clue where I left off, like what orb was I going after next, and so forth. And then I started, slowly remembering stuff. But I was like, you know what? Just tell me where to go. Like I really don't want to have to search around and kind of remember. Did I go to this place? Did I go to this place? So yeah. But now I'm grinding because I'm severely underleveled, and Baramos just needs, a higher level. And then I was doing job class changes. So in Dragon Quest 3, you can change your class pretty much as many times as you want. But what happens is when you change your class, you start back at level 1, but you keep half of your stats.
Yep.
So if you're, level 30, and let's say all your stats are level 30, you go and choose a different vocation. You go to level 1, but your stats, instead of it going back to, let's say, level 1, they go to level 15. So they cut it in half. And you also gain XP faster and your stats grow faster. So a level 25, for example, warrior would probably have the same strength as like a level 50 warrior, which is kind of cool. So I've just been grinding, trying to get my rest of my team strong because the hero's already strong because I give him all the seeds that I get. So his strength, his HP, his MP, and everything is just ridiculously high. I just need everybody else to be like on par with him or close, so I can go ahead and fight Baramos and continue, kind of finish the game there. I played a little bit of Dragon Quest 1 as well on the Switch 2. I didn't get too far because I kind of want to finish Dragon Quest 3 and then go into 1 and then finally finish 2 and then kind of be done with that, hopefully before Dragon Quest 7, but I don't think I'll be able to meet that deadline because we have Metroid Prime 4, and then Dragon Quest 7 comes out February something. It's like in the first 2 weeks of February.
Is that early?
Say it again?
Is that
early? Oh, yeah, that early? Yeah, it's around the same. I think it's the same week as Resident Evil. I don't know why I can't think of the name now.
Oh, damn.
Requiem?
Man.
Yeah, Requiem.
Requiem.
My leg.
Yeah. I know. So it's not, I got to choose between the two, which I probably will play Resident Evil first since it's going to be a faster game to beat than Dragon Quest, which is going to be a lot longer, depending on how much they keep of the original game. Because the original game is already over 100 hours. If they cut that in half and try to streamline it more, then I'm still thinking maybe 75 hours at least, bare minimum for that game. And then, like I mentioned, Metroid Pocket. I've been playing the Metroid Pocket, not playing games on it. I've just been playing around with it, just trying to find out all these different things. Exactly. One of the biggest things is there's a new PS2 emulator for it called ARM SX2, and it works really, really good. Previously, I was playing Rogue Galaxy. I don't know if you guys played Rogue Galaxy. I was having issues playing Rogue Galaxy at like full speed at even ×2 the resolution. So I had to cut it to 0.5 resolution to be able to play it. So it's having the resolution of the original game, which was 480p, for me able to play it at full speed. Well, in ARM SX2, it's way better optimized, and now I can play that at 2 times speed, and it's flawless. Like I'm getting full frame rate and everything, which is pretty awesome. The other thing too that I've been dabbling in is, while I'm not a huge achievement hunter or anything like that, I finally made a retro achievements account to try getting achievements for older games, and I was just messing around, see what achievements are around. I played like Pokemon Puzzle Challenge and all these other games, and it's kind of cool to see achievements pop up and they make like a little sound when you do something. It's pretty neat. So I've just been messing around with that, and I'll probably continue
What's it
messing
called?
around.
Retro achievements?
Yeah, so retro achievements. So if you do emulation, the emulators can tie into retro achievements, and then they have achievements for basically everything that's GameCube and before that. So PS2, GameCube, they have Wii coming next year, N64, etc. The emulator has to support retro achievements, so like RetroArch does it, Dolphin supports it, ARM-SX2 for PS2 supports it, PCSX2, which is like the Mac and PC version of ARM-SX2, supports it as well. DuckStation supports it, and so forth. So like almost all the emulators support retro achievements. I think Azahar, which is the new 3DS emulator, doesn't support it yet, but it's coming soon if I remember correctly. So you can't really get any achievements for 3DS yet. But it's pretty cool. You could make an account, then as you play, you just start earning achievements, and then you can see all the achievements you earn. It'll give you a list of like what achievements are per game. You can add games to like your list and so forth. So yeah, like it. Yeah, the website is retroachievements.org.
Yeah, I'm looking through the link to the past achievements right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I already actually have a account set up in there actually. I need to actually link it to Emu Deck, I think, because I think it supports it.
Yeah, it does support it. Yeah.
But like I just looked up Rogue Galaxy and stuff, and of course, because since this is an 05 JRPG, you gotta have like one of the more of the known English voice actors like Steve Bloom and Yuri in there.
Yeah.
You know, so I saw that list. I'm like, that's funny. I do it.
I don't remember Yuri being in there. I know Steve Bloom is in it.
He plays as Steve in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize, because Steve, I think that's the robot. Does it show like a picture of who that is, or no?
I was just looking through the wiki and stuff. It says that Yuri is the one that plays as Steve, and then Steve Bloom, he plays as
Zagram. Yeah.
Zagram,
Zagram, that's what it is. Yeah, he's the pirate guy who's cool. And then the guy who does Terry McGinnis's voice from Batman Beyond is the main character.
That's why he looks familiar. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yeah, Will Freedy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he's Terry McGinnis. Yeah, they have a really good voice cast in the game. So like you definitely want to play a dub, but like the whole game is really, really cool. You go through and you travel to different planets, and the planets are huge. There's no loading time once you get on the planet. So like once you're in the planet, you discover like the planets are pretty big for you to just like to go ahead and like roam around and all that. And there's literally like no loading whatsoever. Now, it's not like open world where you can go wherever you want in those planets. There are like sections that you go through specifically, but you transition from scenes. So, like there's one place you go in a forest, and then you go into a temple, and it just transitions directly. There is no loading or anything like that. It was pretty cool to see that in the PS2 game. The only loadings is, like I said, when you load up onto said planet. That's the only time that it loads.
I'm surprised that they never bothered to release a sequel to this, because when I'm looking at reviews for the game, it got really high praise. I guess this was like a one shot by level 5 for the most part.
Yeah, it's one of those games that the ending wraps up, so you really don't need a second one. If you were to do a Rogue Galaxy 2, you would have to probably do all brand new characters and so forth. But the story is pretty awesome. Like I said, I recommend it. Play it. If you love RPGs, you have to play Rogue Galaxy. Have you played that yet, Brian?
I haven't. It's definitely one of those games that when things become so unaffordable, you can't buy anything new. That's definitely a game I'd go back to for sure.
Yeah, it's available on PS5, so you can play it on PS5.
Yeah, I own it.
And it supports achievements on PS5, or trophies, I mean, which is pretty cool.
So I'm looking through its history. What's interesting is that people thought that this game was going to be like the rumored Dark Cloud 3 back then, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's level 5, right? And it came out.
Yeah.
I think this came out right at the end of the PS2, and I remember picking it up because online people were saying like, "Oh, it's better than Final Fantasy 12," and to me, I was like, "There's nothing better than Final Fantasy 12. You got to be kidding me!" And I picked it up, and I mean, it's good. Like I don't know if I would say better. It's hard for me to say better, but I can tell you, I dived so many hours in. I actually 100% of that game. while doing like its end game. It has end game content where it's kind of like a nonstop tower where you have different floors, just so I can get like everybody's special equipment, everybody's different outfits you can get in the game, and all that stuff. So well
Can
worth it.
I play Rogue Galaxy on the PS4?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
available on PS4.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, and you can get the trophies.
Get on there.
Yeah, because
Perfect, yeah.
if you have you have PS4 or PS4 Pro.
I have PS4 Pro.
Yeah, so it supports 4K with the Pro.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's widescreen, 4K, and trophies, which is cool. It's one of the few games that has that's a PS2 game that supports trophies, which is neat. Yeah.
Well, I gotta wipe up the dust off that PS4 then. So, well, whenever I get the chance though. So,
Yeah. All righty. Well, we're gonna end today's podcast here. I appreciate everybody for joining. Once again, I apologize for the start of this. You won't see a thanks for watching screen, so I'm gonna say it myself. Thanks for watching, because I have to go ahead and configure that. I'll have to make some new screens. So we'll see. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I gotta see. Maybe Bryant can in his Link to the Past runs that he does every day or whatever he's been playing on the Super Nintendo. Send me a 30-minute clip or 30-second clip of whatever he's doing, so I can use that in one of these videos. So I'm actually gonna change the games that I show on there, and I'm gonna try to swap it out with some different games. So we'll see what I come up with and change around, and I might just change just the way it looks altogether. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow over on Twitch. Bryant, where can I catch you at?
I'm at red_so_deep on Twitter, and I just want to shout out that this Thursday at the Game Awards, we are streaming the crap out of that. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. We are streaming the Game Awards this Thursday. We'll be there pretty much at the start. I gotta try to get here on time because I think it starts. What time does it start?
it's like 5 or something.
Let me see.
It's like
Probably
5,
7.
Right? Oh,
Yeah, I think it's 7.
8 your time, 7 my time, or 6 my
Let me
time, 7
see.
your time, something like that.
What the heck is this? Why is there no start time? It is. So it looks like 7:30.
Eastern time.
Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be good anyway since I already took the day off for it, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, so
Me
the
too.
first 30 minutes is like, so technically 8 o'clock is like the official start. The first 30 minutes are like the smaller stuff where they just kind of run through and it's just kind of like ad placement and things like that. So hopefully I can get here on time. If not, we might have to start at 8. So I'm gonna try to rush to get here on time for that stuff. But regardless, we'll be there watching it all together and having fun. Fan won't be with us, unfortunately. He'll be on vacation. So
Oh, bummer.
yeah, so we won't see Fan for quite a while, actually. So yeah. Anyways, Bryant, where can I catch you at? Oh, we already
At
said that.
red_so_deep.
Ash, where
It's
can I
worth
catch you
saying
at?
twice.
Yeah.
You catch me at Destroyum. I'm gonna try to upload that Switch video. I've been like recording for like about a week, and within this week at least, because I don't know. I did so many retakes on it or something, but yeah, it's definitely gonna come out this week. So
Nice. And as always, you can catch me right here. Be back Thursday, Friday solo stream, and then Sunday, of course, the podcast where we'll recap our thoughts on the Game Awards, see who won, and all that other good jazz. So thanks for watching. Thank you, Bryant. Thank you, Ash. We'll catch you guys next time.